Hey guys, this is Hedy. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I mean, Player must be absolutely short on funds right now. They must be starved for money. We've just gone on a weekend where there was a 2x chance to pull champions from Sacreds, from Voids, and then from Ancients. So all of the shards, 2x event. You will see I am shard exhausted right now. My main account is absolutely rinsed for shards, and then with no notice, honestly, this is the first I've seen of it, is in-game, which is unusual. Normally, they are like, this event is coming, content creators, spread the word. Go and make people spend money. Not quite like that, but this has dropped this morning out of nowhere. So we've got a guaranteed champion event, which is for Jensen. I'll get on and show you him in a second. And then we've also got a 10x for Draco, and a 10x for Hedy. So Hedy, I mean, I'm pretty certain Scratch has been after Hedy as an arena champion forever. I've just done a plat push. Hedy is all over the place. This is a top tier arena champion. Again, it's like that. Krakens, who wants a +4 Hedy? And it is going to be carnage with the big boys in terms of Void shards. Some people I've seen have got like over 1,000 Void shards waiting for this type of event. So Hedy is in the mix. Draco's also in the mix. Let's go through these 3 champions and see what they're all about. To start then with Jensen, who is the guaranteed champion. I do have him already on my main account. Jensen is fast. Jensen, Shadowkin champion. We know Shadowkin Faction Wars is coming up soon. Honestly, 120 Ancients for a guaranteed legendary, I think it's a pretty good offer. Some people will probably disagree with that, but I think a guaranteed champion, as well as you're pulling shards for other stuff, I actually think that's a pretty sound offer, albeit it's hard to get there. In fact, let me check my free-to-play. So I didn't pull any shards on my free-to-play. Maybe I pulled like 10 for the champion chase. I didn't want to pull any. I think I ended up pulling 10. So I am up to 30, and I pulled the last fusion fragment event or whatever. So, and I was at 0. So it's probably about 3 months of saving shards completely on a free-to-play account if you want to try and make sure you get these kind of guaranteed legendaries, which isn't too bad, I would say. But some people probably would disagree with that. So what we've got going on then? Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit fills turn meter. So he's just about moving his turn meter on all the time. So actually a really good A1. He's very solid against Fire Knight, this guy. AoE decreased defense. If he's booked, 100% chance to do it. Awesome for any faction to have a drop defense champion. But what's nice about this guy, each crit fills his turn meter by 10%. So if you're fighting a wave of enemies, you're basically getting like a 40% turn meter fill after you've used the ability, which means you get back to your abilities really quick. And this is on a 3-turn cooldown. And he's got the A3 here. Attacks an enemy, ignores unkillable, and shields. So against a lot of the kind of meta champions, he'll just blow through them. Also fills his turn meter. Fills it by 60% instead if the target's got 50% HP or less after the attack, which it should do, honestly. So, you know, you've got like 60% turn meter fill here, 40% here, 6% here. Also decreases the cooldown of this skill here by 1 turn if he kills someone. This skill and this skill. So 3-turn cooldown. Basically, you're back to your A2, A3s really, really fast with this champion. And he's got increased speed as well in his passive based on the number of people you're fighting. So he's just a speed freak. He gets back through his abilities really fast. He's a fun champ. I've got to say that. He is a fun champ. But he's not a meta champ. Like, out of all the decreased defenses, he's not the one I want to get. He's just a good one. So, you know, would I go out of my way to make sure I got myself Jensen? No, I wouldn't. But he is a solid champion. In terms of the 2 10x champs, we've got Draco. The Draco here, I mean, for those who are new to the game, Draco is solid. Okay? Really, really good champion. Fantastic on clan boss. Almost fantastic anywhere in the game, honestly. He's not really an arena meta champion because his AoE drop defense and weaken can't remove shields and that type of stuff. So he kind of doesn't get as much play in the arena. Albeit, if you're coming up through the ranks, Draco is in literally every single team you've got. Every team. Without fail, he's in them all. Okay, so you've got A3. This is his big skill. 3-turn cooldown if you book it. Places weaken and decrease defense. 100% chance, or sorry, yeah, 100% to do it. Now, the cool thing is the word in here, places, which means that even if you're against a wrong affinity, he will still land it. So he will land it against all enemies. This is really cool. As long as you've got the accuracy to do it, he will do it. He's also got a 4-hitter, which places poison on each hit. 3-turn cooldown. This is insane as well. Dragon, loads of Doom Tower bosses, clan boss, really cool. And then he's got an absolute cannon on his A1, which, if it kills someone, it spikes on someone else as well. It's very cool. So Draco is a god tier legendary champion. He's on a 10 times. Obviously, look, there's not going to be any summon rush. There's not any champion chase going anymore. So it's a crazy time to pull shards. We've got Christmas Fusion around the corner. It's an insane time to pull shards. So, you know, I wouldn't be pulling shards right now, and I wouldn't condone it, but just be aware that these options are out there. But this is the dude that I think is going to crack the whales. So I got Hedy recently. He is a fantastic champion. He allows you to take on all speed teams. It's actually very cool. So he's got an A1, which pushes back the turn meter, providing you've got the accuracy and the right mastery to do it, of 2 champions that you fight against. Also puts out a decreased speed as well. And then you can either go nuke Hedy and land the pain with this A2, AoE, at the same time putting out things like block active skills, decrease attack. Or you can go crowd control Hedy, which is what I do in a stun set. And I'm all about trying to lock people out with stuns, make sure these abilities land, and be the most annoying you could possibly be using the A1 and A2 together. So why is Hedy like such a plat level player? Why would the Krakens be after a +4 Hedy? Honestly, it's because of this. Always goes first. So unless there's another Hedy, your Hedy will always go first in the battle, which is what I mean about the A1 pushing back the turn meter of whoever he's up against. He's just an outright disgusting champion. Check out my plat push video, which is going to drop a little bit later today, and you'll see me using Hedy in a lot of my teams. A lot. And you'll also see me up against a ton of Hedys as well. Both nuke and turn meter control type Hedys. So, fantastic champion. I'd imagine a lot of the proper whales will be buying up whatever they can to get themselves +1s, +2s, +3s, +4 Hedys if it's on the cards. And I'm sure, good luck Scratch if you watch this video. He is all over trying to get this guy on his account. There you go, guys. Out of nowhere, we've got more shard events. I can't imagine people have got shards left. And it is possibly the worst time you could ever pull shards. But they're very tempting champions, so do what you want to do. I've been Hedy. I will see you later.